think you'll be pleasantly surprised at the price that I spent on this PC. Watch until the end to find out how much I spent on it. So here's a bit more information on these parts. So the CPU is an AMD Ryzen 5 5500, which has 6 cores and 12 threads, a base clock of 3.6 GHz and a boost clock of 4.2 GHz. And this CPU came out in 2020. For the GPU, we got a GeForce RTX 2070 with a core clock of 1620 MHz with 8 gigs of GDDR6 and 2304 CUDA cores, and the release date was 2018. And lastly, for the RAM, we've got 2 sticks of Kingston Hyper X Fury, which equals up to 16 gigabytes of DDR4, running at speeds of 2400 MHz with a cache latency of 15.15.15. So let's get some B-roll going and build this computer up. So now that we've got the computer built, let's benchmark some games and see the performance we can get out of the system. First came off the rank is Cyberpunk 2077. So what we're going to do is run a benchmark first, see where we're at, and then we'll do a gameplay. Alright, so we're getting that sweet 60 FPS, which is really good. Temperatures are really good, 57 on the CPU and 52 on the GPU. GPU running at 98%, CPU running at 51%, so no real bottleneck. So our FPS, our highest FPS is about 73, 74 FPS now, 80 FPS. And our 1% lows are at 57 FPS, which I think is pretty good. So well optimized this game, but still I think the system as well is very strong. 1080p, perfect. I would even say at 1440p it would still be a solid system in Cyberpunk. So everything high ultra. So yeah, ray tracing turned off, I believe. Yeah. Oh, turned on ray tracing. That's even more impressive. The ray tracing's turned on. Impressive. Let's move on to the next game. Alright, so next cab off the rank is Space Marine 2. Now this game's particularly difficult to run. I would say we're running really well over that 60 FPS, which is what we want. Unfortunately, my 1% lows is not working, so that's a bummer. GPU running at 56 degrees, CPU running at 49 degrees, GPU running at 75%, CPU running at about 58, 57%, running really smooth, not getting any stuttering. I would say this game though, probably 1080p with this machine is where it's at. I think if you went up to 1440p, you'd have to start turning down the graphics. Not that this game would look bad on medium, even you could try even low. But yeah, you definitely have to turn down the graphics for this game if you're going to run it with this machine at 1440p for sure. But at 1080p, high all the way. Yeah, cool. Let's move on to our next game. Next game we got is Counter-Strike 2. So as expected, we're running a good at a high FPS with this game. Yeah, GPU running 60 degrees, CPU running at 54 degrees, GPU running at around 74, jumping around a bit. But yeah, as expected, it's running fairly well. Pretty well, really well. Oop. Oh no, don't shoot me there. Too bad my 1% lows is really strange. 4 FPS, which is weird. Let me know in the comments why that is. It's like, yeah, strange. If you have anyone interested in playing a title like this for esports, this machine, play it fine. Die. So let's see, let's turn this graphics right down. So go low, probably an extra 100 FPS. Lows are still 0, so I don't understand. Maybe I should add to the counter minimum FPS. Let's move on to the next game. So next game we're gonna test is Arc Raiders. Now, given past experiences, this game should run really well. It is one of the best optimized games I've seen, and I've run it on lesser machines than this, so we should get some good results. As expected, runs really well. No stuttering. Yeah, GPU running at 50 degrees, CPU running at 58 degrees, GPU running percentage-wise running at 76%, CPU running at 84%, so we've got a good balance there, and we're running at 92, 96 FPS. Again, the 1% lows, it's on 0, so I'm not too sure what's going on, but I suspect the lows would be above 60. This could even run at 1440p on this machine at the same settings. It would be probably just over 60 FPS at 1440p. Let's move on to our next game. The next game we've got here is Helldivers 2. So yeah, we're running at, oops. So we're running at 71 FPS and 2% low, which the 1% lows isn't working for some reason. But the GPU is running at 73 degrees, CPU is running at 60 degrees, GPU is running at 98%, and the CPU is running at around, jumping between 58 and 67%. So we're running good. No stuttering, getting smooth gameplay, and that's a, whoa, run away from him. So this is running at 1080p, just like the rest of the games. And I'm running away from that big boy. Oh, let's move on to our next game. Alright, this game is a new one on the list. It's came out I think a week ago. It's called Windrose. It's only early access, but yeah, it's very cool. So let's see how one of the newest games works. Oh, I think it's running pretty well. Just under 60 FPS. Wow, this is a very playable experience, and this game isn't really well optimized at this stage. It's only earlier access, but as you can see, well, we had a bit of a stutter there. As you can see, it's playing pretty well. Not much stuttering. We've got GPU sitting at 53, CPU running at 57 degrees, GPU running at 99%, CPU running at 80%, so pretty balanced, or pretty balanced system all around. Yeah, pretty highly textured game, lots of foliage, and it's pretty much there on 60 FPS. So this is one of the new, well, probably the newest game off the block, and this system can handle it. So you have no problem running a system like this. You'll have no problem running newer or brand new titles. Absolutely. So good. Not gonna even bother playing with the settings and everything, because even at 50 FPS, it's running fine. So let's move on to our last game. Last game we're going to play is Fortnite. I don't really play Fortnite, but it's a popular game, and I get a lot of people wanting me to build systems that can run this game. So it fits that I play Fortnite as well. Yeah, I'm getting a steady, about 70. We're up to at the most 100 FPS. It's a bit up and down, but pretty smooth. So again, we're running pretty cool. GPU 41 degrees, CPU 61 degrees, GPU running at 70%, CPU running at 70%. And again, the loads, I have no idea. The loads are just not working at the moment. I would suspect maybe around 80 FPS to lows. 1% lows. 1080p can't go wrong. I think even 1440p. This machine would run it well. Will run Fortnite well. I really feel that the CPU is the king of this build. It just makes the machine so much more smoother, being the newer architecture. Yeah, I have no idea how to play this. I suck at this game, but yeah, it's running really well. This machine would destroy any esport title, I reckon. So the amount I paid for this PC was $550 US. It's possible to get a great system at 1080p for a cheap price. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.